The first thing that you will see when you open Procreate is called the gallery. And the gallery contains all the files and beautiful images that you have been working on. Now, if you're new to Procreate and this is the very first time you've opened it, Procreate will give you a number of images in here for you to kind of play around with and look at. They're there just to help inspire you. But you will still have the same menu at the top right that I do, and you'll have the word Procreate there. You could click Procreate and just double check that you have the latest version of Procreate in there. This will always be changing, by the way, as it will update. And then also you'll see here restore example artworks or start gallery recovery. That's if you take those images that they gave you and you play around with them or you delete them. You can always restore them and then play around with them again. It's totally up to you. But more importantly, over here on the top right-hand side are some things that we can do with our gallery. All right, so I'm going to start first with photo. Photo is where you can import photos from your own photo album on your iPad. And so you can import them and work with them. If you want to work with a photo or an image that's coming from elsewhere, then you would select Import. And Import is where you can browse and look around and see the different ways or places that you have arranged to put things. Because I don't keep all my photos in my photo gallery. Sometimes I use my Google Drive. If you have a Gmail account, every Gmail account comes with a free Google Drive. And that's a great way to transfer your images from your laptop or your desktop to your iPad so that you can work with it. And then here is, images that are on my iPad, things I've downloaded and so forth. Here's my iCloud drive. There's a number of different drives that come with your iPad, and there's ones that you can add so that you can transport images from different computers and get them on. You're not going to be using a USB with an iPad to transport things. This is how you're going to transport them and get them up and loaded into Procreate so that you can play with them. And then the next item up here is Select. Now watch what happens when I click Select. This menu up here changes, and next to each title of my document, or canvas they're called, these are called canvases, means I can click and it'll put a little check mark that means it's selected, and then I can go up here and do different things to it. The very first one is I could just preview it without actually opening the document. If I click again, I'll get an X and I can go back to this menu. Here's where I could share this if I want to share it with somebody. Here's where I could duplicate it. Oftentimes I'll duplicate files because I want to keep one the way it is and then further develop it into different routes, try different things without hurting the original file. There's lots of reasons to duplicate. And then this last one is delete. So if you push that one, make sure that's what you really want to do. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and go to the last thing that I actually skipped over here, which is Stack. Stack allows you to manage your files and organize them neatly. So let's say you have a bunch of files that are all similar and you want to put them together. Right here I have Iris Practice 2, and I have a partial stack started for my iris. So I could go ahead and stack all of these together in a group. It's sort of like a file folder, but it's a stack. See how that's a stack right there. It's sort of like a little organized stack over there. So, all right. So I'm going to go ahead and click all the things that I want to group together. There we go. I have all my iris pictures, and I'm going to stack them. So I select stack, and there we go. It stacked them. Oh, and I must have had this one, my nesting one, with it, and I don't want that. So this is a good chance to show you how to work with a stack. You can also unstack. First, we're going to go into this stack. So I'm going to just click in here and then say preview. And then preview will let me kind of slide through and look at all the different images I have. That's forward, that's backwards, and it looks at all the different files that I have in there. But I'm going to hit the X right here and close it. And now I can see all the files that I have in that stack. I can click on them and start working on one of them. I can hold it down and rearrange them within the stack. Or I can decide I'm going to pull a couple of these out of the stack. And I don't want this one right here. I don't want this one in the stack. It's not an iris. So I'm going to go ahead and pull it up where it says the word stack. And it's hard to see, but the word stack should start to turn up. There we go. As soon as it kind of turns blue, it pops into the main area. And then I can put that wherever I want. And that's the way you can go ahead and organize your files and keep them neatly arranged in a way that makes sense to you. And then later, if you want to work on your files, all you do is tap the image and it will open up and you can start working on it. I'm going to go back to the gallery. And then if you want to rename it, you click on the name. And then they'll pop up the name and you can go ahead and rename your file. There we go. All right, so it's all nice, neat, and orderly, and there's just one button left, and that's this little plus button over here. And that's where I can click and create a new canvas. And we'll go ahead and create a document in the next lesson, and I will show you the considerations you need to make when you're creating your own canvas. All right, I'll see you in the next video.